This is Jimmy, aka Mrbeast. Having 200 million subscribers on YouTube makes him the biggest YouTuber in the entire world. And recently he invited every country on the planet.
Behind me is one person from every country on earth.
But he didn't invite me. So today I'm gonna put Mrbeast on the biggest billboard in my entire city as an invitation to him to come into my country, Pakistan. I have never put anyone on any billboard in my entire life, so I had no idea what I was putting myself into. But I have just realized if I'm putting Mrbeast on the biggest billboard in my entire city, I need to get the biggest billboard first. And to my knowledge, about 2 weeks ago, I saw the biggest billboard mankind had ever built. This is the biggest billboard in my entire city. And it's just 3.5 kilometers away from me.
Right now I'm going 3.5 kilometers away to get the biggest billboard in my entire city.
Exactly today when I went to the city to get that billboard, to my surprise there wasn't any billboard anymore. But when I started asking locals about it, they said it was already ruined, so they put it down because of it. Kind of pretty much ruined, I guess. I searched my whole city but I couldn't find any billboard because that was the only billboard my entire city had to offer me. I was tired already and almost lost my hope. In that very moment I saw something from far, far away. And as I was getting closer, it was getting bigger and bigger. Let me introduce you to the crossover that helps you to cross the highway from point A to point B. And this is usually a public property. Look at this. This is the biggest billboard I have ever seen in my entire life. So right now I'm gonna climb on that. There are thousands of vehicles are coming and going by. Okay, so I guess I got myself a biggest billboard in my entire city. I know I'm gonna regret this. Yeah. Now that I got myself a biggest billboard in my entire city, I need a banner to put it on the billboard. But before I could get a banner, I need to make a design for it. Like any clever person, I opened Photoshop for the first time in my entire life. I have just installed Photoshop in my laptop and I am looking at it and there are a lot of functions and I have no idea how I'm gonna use it because I've never used it in my entire life, and a lot of people said that this is a very good way to design your banner. But it's not for me. So basically I cannot understand what is happening in Photoshop, so I cannot design banner into this thing. So I have to come up with some other ideas to design my banner. And I have no idea what I'm gonna do now. Obviously I didn't know how to use this thing, so naturally I chose to do it in old-fashioned way. And for that I needed a sheet of paper and black marker. So I went 3.5 kilometers away and bought this paper sheet. This is a very huge paper sheet. And also I bought this marker, and now I am going to design the banner of Mrbeast on this sheet. Let's get started. I have no idea. I have never designed any banner in my entire life, so this would be my first banner of my life. I have never designed any banner in my entire life, and now I have just started designing banner, and I have to say this is very hard work. After 35 minutes of hard work, I came up with this design. This is gonna be like Jimmy is gonna be in center, and I'm gonna put something here, I'm gonna put something here, write something here, and also I'm gonna write something here. I have been designing this banner. Look at that. So far it is very messy. I want my banner to be as simple as possible, as to understand, like people could just see and understand that. And also this is arguably the complicated banner I have ever seen in my entire life. Exactly, this design was complicated, so I got myself another sheet of paper, well, kinda, and again I started designing the banner from scratch. This time I wanted to make it as simple as possible. I'm gonna show you the banner design that I did. I did 2 designs of banner. This design was unsuccessful. I didn't like this design, so I just like did that, and this is the final design of my banner, and it was looking good itself. Now that I had final design in my hand, I took measuring tape and went to the billboard to measure the size of the banner. Okay, so I have come here on the biggest billboard with this measuring tape and also marker. So right now I am gonna start measuring the size of my banner. Okay, so I have just get the size of my banner. This is the size of my banner, and now I'm gonna get out of here as soon as possible. Let's go. And now I am going 3.5 kilometers away to get this banner printed out. So now I am going to the biggest printing shop in my entire city. I went 3.5 kilometers away to this guy. Assalamu alaikum. I hire him to turn my physical design into the digital one and print it out for me. And he said he would send me the design for my approval before printing out the banner. And before I could get my banner, I wanted to make sure how I would mount the banner on this giant billboard. Okay, so it's 6 a.m. in the morning and I'm gonna go to the bridge and I'm gonna figure out how I am gonna mount the banner on it. Look at that, the road is completely empty from here and from here too. This is completely empty right now. I chose to come here early because I didn't have any permission of doing this. So I have arrived here on the biggest billboard in my entire city, and what I'm gonna do on this bridge is that I am going to figure out how I am gonna mount the banner on it, because I wanna be clear in my head that how I am gonna mount it. There is already a banner on this bridge, and what I'm gonna do that I'm gonna mount banner on this banner the way this banner is mounted, like here. After finding out how I would mount the banner on this giant billboard, I would need some help from a friend fight. So then I call my friends. I have to say they will agree to help me out. So right now I'm calling the printer boy and I'm gonna ask him if my banner is ready to pick up. The printer boy sent me the design of banner. I explained everything yesterday. I don't know why he designed it something like that, which I definitely didn't like the design of banner. So I went 3.5 kilometer away to the printer boy and explained him the design that I wanted. Just like me, he also didn't know how to use Photoshop. He couldn't even type the spelling of words. G-R-A-T-S. After 20 minutes of hard work and explaining every bit of it, our banner was ready to be printed out. At this point, I was tired and hungry, so I got myself a plate of chicken biryani, which was amazing. After biryani, I got a glass of sugarcane juice with John Cena himself. It was delicious in taste. Then I went 300 meters away to this shop to buy the rope that I would need to tie the banner with the billboard. I called the printer boy. He said banner is ready, it's printed out, come and get it. So I went 3.5 kilometers away to the printer boy to get the banner. After some finishing touches and final payment, our banner was ready to mount. But before I could do anything, I wanted to see banner myself. And oh my gosh. What did I do? I mean, look at that banner. This is the bigger than my bed. Oh my god, this is the banner I'm talking about. You know what, when I designed the banner, I didn't know this would be this good. I mean, this is very clean, simple and very good design I have ever designed in my entire life. This is my first design of my banner, and look at that. It was very huge banner I had ever seen in my entire life, and Mrbeast in the middle was looking amazing. At this point, I'm actually worried that how I am gonna put this thing on the banner all by myself. Sometimes you gotta do things that you've never done in your entire life, so that is exactly what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wrap this banner back. After wrapping back the banner as it was before, I called my friends. I'm still waiting for my friend and he hasn't come out yet, so it's been 6 o'clock and I've been waiting for that. And my friends arrived in just 10 minutes. I took the banner and we headed to the billboard to put an end to this. So right now I'm here on the biggest billboard, and this is the billboard. I am gonna just put it on right now. After arriving at the billboard, we get to the work. At this point, I knew exactly how I was gonna mount the banner on this billboard, and I needed to do it fast. After 5 minutes of hard working, it was time to flip the banner. 1, 2, 3. We have the permission. Don't worry. Go. Don't worry. Go. Permission. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come here. Oh my god. Look at that. I just put Mrbeast on the biggest billboard in my entire city. Congrats on hitting 200 million subscribers, Mrbeast, I have just put you on the biggest billboard in my entire city. If you are coming in my country, then please let me know in a comment. If you are not coming in my country, then subscribe to my channel, because I'm gonna see you again.